Ladies, gentlemen, and you beautiful rainbow people in betwixt, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, the free trial, and to my pillow fort. I am Belphegor, Princess Sloth, and I am very tired. How's everybody's weekend been? Hope it's been well. Thank you, Judge Judy Slayer and Mossy Book. Mossy Book for the follow. Welcome to the Battle Fort. And hello, KO2. Thank you for the welcome back. Good to see you as always. When we last left off, Alphinaud, as we predicted, fucked up. And he fucked up so bad that he killed off, like, all the science. Like, all the science are just gone. And well, now we're a traitor to Ul'dah. And Limsa doesn't want anything to do with us. Neither does Gridania. That was my weekend. It was nice. I got work done that I need to do. Not on VTubing stuff, but I got some stuff done. Got that out of the way. One less things to worry about. So much to do. How was your weekend, KO2? Hopefully it was well. So, now we're in exile in Camp Dragonhead. And apparently, according to KO2, we are starting the critically acclaimed expansion, Heavensward, with our tiny lizard wife with a giant axe. So without further ado, let us begin. But first, we need a visit from Mr. Q. Let's see. I've got a few new followers. We also have Hoseo0312. Always good to have lurkers in chat. Makes it better than talking to myself all the time. Is the audio good? Can y'all hear both the game and my voice? Adjust where my mic is at to better capture sound. Hopefully nothing else. Right. Let's get on our way. Alright, Alphinaud. What do you want? Coming to ISHGARD. The time for action has come. And Alphinaud knows what he must do. He must turn himself over to the brass blades and get his ass completely kicked. And a cutscene. Ominous.
The dawn's light will shine again.
When the hell did you become Cockney? Or British? Hey, you're a very British man. You're not really, Alphinaud. Ignore the mustache. What the fuck?
So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything.
Specious, you say? Oh my god, did they change voice casts? Oh my goodness. That's not a good sign. I mean, the English voice casting wasn't that amazing, but are they gonna do this like every expansion? Like they lose a voice cast every expansion?
You must go to ISHGARD, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Or at least Orshafon sounds
Lord Orshafon.
mostly the same.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names.
Do you now?
But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
No, no, let him go back to Uldar.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
No. I will not.
I bring tidings.
Okay.
Count Edmond has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortin. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper.
Like Enmont Dantes?
Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed.
Thanks,
Needless to
Orshafon.
say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
Tadru, you're not allowed to talk ever again. I am a small lizard wife, Nod.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
What the fuck is wrong with your lips, kid?
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
Oh, good. Will he give me a giant cozy bed?
To ISHGARD then. Together.
Yeah,
There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
There I will. Oh, good. You're allowed to talk. There we shall throw Alphanod off the bridge. Oh-ho! Oh-ho-ho! We're getting organ music now as quest accepted, huh? Oh, hoity-toity! I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, for everything has been arranged. The sentries at the Gate of Judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your name, and they will allow you to pass. My manservant shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then, bye, Horsefant. You sure you don't want to take Alphanor with you and throw him off a cliff? Because that'd be great. Alright. Let's head to the Gates of Judgment or whatever. Polar Bear! Power! Ah, good time to start off the week with Polar Bear Power. As we head into the Heavensward on our tiny lizard wife, lead us away unto the bridge, where we shall toss off Alphno, hopefully, with any luck. Words of House Fortans. Oh, sorry, Words of House Fortan. Ah, yes, you may pass. Proceed to ISHGARD. Alphino? The woman is singing in the distance again. Look at us, we're a small lizard wife.
And so they came,
Oh.
at a friend's behest.
Oh, we get narration. I'm gonna shut up then.
Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came. ISHGARD, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
That is impressive. Like, truly. Truly impressive. Wow. Entirely new area that isn't as badly snow covered. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. It isn't just a bland plain of snow. It is a city. It isn't randomly in the middle of the forest or by the sea or tangentially in the desert. It is very much in the mountains and the snow. Okay. Greetings, Mistress Kawanami. On behalf of Halforton, I bid you welcome to ISHGARD. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you all would come with me. Yeah, sure, but first I'm gonna... It looks like we got Ethan right. So let's go ahead and set that up. It's right down. And I bring with me Midgard Swarmer, ISHGARD's biggest enemy, and the dragon husband who has yet to leave my shoulder. He's practically glued to it at this point. Alright. Yeah. Go ahead and grab this stuff and proceed with the list. And grab that one, and that one, and then head up. That one, that'll work. I do like the music. It's better than Trumpets of Ul'dah. Everything's better than the daytime theme of Ul'dah. Set up that away. Yeah, there's one there. Probably just go around and circle back up here. No, you can't see my cursor, but I know where I'm going. Okay. I know which route I'm going to take. Alrighty. that like Bart's on a chocobo? You know, like Final Fantasy 4? 5? One of them. It's like the front is the fighter on a chocobo, I think. And I think the fighter's name was like Bart's or something. Maybe that was 6. Let's follow this up here. Head around here. Ah, look at that. I am really big into cathedrals and shit. Give me Gothic architecture. This is obviously based off Notre Dame. Well, the voice acting has changed. The music is good so far. The narration is kind of weird. I'm gonna have to get used to it. Do you like the look of the area? The city is big and expansive. Architecture has definitely gone up. It isn't just a series of random buildings that you just weave in and out of. It's an actual city. It actually looks like you can rest at places. Atmosphere is great, and the weather is like breathing all through it. Not sure about the Ethernet placement though. It seems kind of wide and there's don't worry about it. You're not obligated to stick around. You can just hang out whenever you want. It's the point of the stream. So it's all good, KO2. Thus far, it feels neat. Notre Dame Cathedral. Last one is right there. There's a third section I'm missing. Okay, we got everything. Let's head on in. Hey, Horsefon. The Warrior of Light and her brave companions, walking the streets of ISHGARD at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this day. Allow me to present you to my family home, Forton Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made. That's it.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
Nice.
I hope your journey was not too taxing.
Oh, everybody's real. He even got a fancy mustache.
I, Count Edmond de Fortom, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortom, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
Awesome.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Forton.
A lot of blue-eyed elves.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to ISHGARD.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Your reputation, Alphino. It's not mine.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that ISHGARD's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders, Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think?
Fair enough.
Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Fair enough.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Nice. New characters. Ooh, and a new... Oh, level 53. Next. Lizard wife grows strong. Okay. Taking in the sights. Alphanon has a mind to learn more about ISHGARD. Though our friends in House Forton have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home, so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and the taverns. We'll need to know when to shop and where to hear small talk. It would seem our tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall, of course, do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. But I grow forgetful in my dotage. It's something I must give you ere we depart. The documents is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. I want his cane. I'm a small lizard wife. Oh, hey, we're actually holding items and not just staring blankly at our hand. Progress. Those documents identify you as wards of House Forton. Given that our borders will remain closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anybody happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Forton. But let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Taida, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go. I swear Tataru's model got like HD or something. Something different about her look. Looks sharper, better, stronger, faster. Like she's meant to do more than just waddle around and talk occasionally. As this is your first time in our city, pray permit me to show you to the Haplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, should only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you around the jeweled cloister. where you may purchase all manner of goods and services before descending to the Foundation's ethereal right plaza. If there are no questions, okay. Is this like the night theme? Because this is a nice night theme. The Haplon, so named for the bronze great shields borne by this nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in ISHGARD. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both ISHGARD's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the ISHGARDian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thordan's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphinaud. They are the fathers of ISHGARD, the brave knights who joined the King Thordan I to put down Neg-Hog and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition. There is much you can learn by exploring the pillars. Time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the Jeweled Cruiser, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, a master of the markets. Okay, let us be on our way. Music has gone up a notch. It's not just bassline, it actually has movements and structure. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Hello there. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling predators, which makes you all wards of House Forton. Very interesting. Count Edmond has granted us leave to remain in ISHGARD for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have needs of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept custom of foreigners, should you be uncomfortable. Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrement, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, it can be found in the cruiser. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is the Aetherytes Plaza in the Foundation. Everybody's ready? So you're just gonna let that water continue to boil endlessly, or? Okay. Must be a hell of a lot of water in that teapot. Alright. Right, Plaza. Ooh. And here we have the Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. Better half. Your guide is eager to continue your tour of ISHGARD. So then I punched him in the face. Knocked his jaw clean off. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our knights most heavenly. To the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. You can pick up the quest for a Dark Knight here. Nice. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphino. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. Delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveler. Oh, come see the sights, have you? Take a turn down the Hapalon and gob at the statues. Well, if you're in mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight, if your nursemaid will let ya. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pay the drunk loud to no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you will see the wisdom in this, Tida. There are few sources of information more abundant than the bustling local hostry. Not that I expect you to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? And I'm coming too. What level does Dark Knight start at? And do I get a giant blade? Because I still want to be a small wife with a giant weapon. That's my entire goal with her. Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. But we but recently arrived in ISHGARD, and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments. Master Gibberlot. Just Gibberlot will do. I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Ba 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 ba. They start at 30, and yes, you get a blade. Might have to level that up to, what are we, 53 off stream then. So don't want to grind on stream, and because that sounds really boring. Judging by the number of the customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye. Up here you'll find peddlers and porters, off-duty knights and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Bloom, they tend to congregate downstairs, whether we offer a menu more suitable to their tastes. Cheaper menus, stronger sprites, all quality in mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call them the broom, if I may ask? Because when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, both sides living at the bottom have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. The wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city. It was the broom that got the worst of it. But the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. One of few people are still sore about that mine, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you meet up go below, and something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphonse, I think it would be best if we return to Frotant Manor. You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Totaro, I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Totaro? Look around, Alphonse. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the news gossip to come to me. Indeed. But will you be safe here on your own? Oh, please. Do you know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a gale for every unwelcome color I'd driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then. Totaro, Tado and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will. Ah, Totaro knows the grindstone for her. Second hardest working sign after me. I love that Totaro. She's the best. Alright, back to Fort Thames Manor. What was the name? I think he's right closest to it. Last division. Welcome, Mistress Kawanami. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. I return. Tell us then, Master Alphonse, does ISHGARD meet your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to reality. I felt the weight of the 1,000 years of history with every step I took, and when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns in the foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, and even children were given no quarter. Sir Aymeric has ordered the knights to strengthen their defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, but alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. I must smell this wife. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphonse. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, ISHGARD's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Mistress Kawanami, I cannot ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed. To aid Artoriel and Emanelian, God, those are names, in the duties. I beg your pardon. I am more capable of carrying out my duties by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no to when a famous hero offers to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the fury, the two of you will conduct yourself with some dignity befitting your stations and show Mistress Kawanami the respect she deserves. Ho 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 ho! Dad's pissed. This is the woman who slew Gaius van Belisar and some half-dozen primals besides. She's not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon them their impropriety, Mistress Kawanami, I should be much obliged if you could lend my sons a helping hand. Sure. My thanks. If you're willing, they may even learn something from you. Two sides of the same coin, those two. It seems we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though it was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctancy to accept our offer of aid was solely for the appearance's sake. In truth, he's glad of this opportunity to put us to work. But granting us patronage, House Fortin has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to ISHGARD at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve ISHGARD while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in ISHGARD, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Okay. Hello. Ah, Mrs. Kawanami. Lord Eminent was... I'm just gonna call him Emerald, like Emerald Live. Lord Emerald would like to speak with you. Onwards and upwards. When a man like Lord Emerald is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store. Shall we be off then, old girl? But where are my manners? Emerald de Fortin, second son of Count Edmund de Fortin. True-born, that is? Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you are absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on meager allowance, forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the sea of clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in the estimations to Artoriel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have Let's see their hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Harlinet, Holla Batgirl. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity. Poor blighters. As for whatever precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. One second. I had to sneeze. Anyway, what's up? Over the wall, Lord Artoriel is less than eager to benefit you on his mission. Let us begin anew, Mistress Kawanami. I'm Sir Artoriel of de Forton, eldest son of Count Edmund of Forton. You will forgive me my outbursts, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Lord Chiffon has spoken of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Duranderi and Drizzle. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture. But we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in the Foundation. Straightforward enough. I love this music. Yeah, it's the music from The Rising Stones and Waking Sands. Tis a pleasant lot. Okay, let's take care of Emerald first. Airship ticketer. Are you ready to depart, madam? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Oh, a cutscene. Sea of Clouds. Abalathia's spine.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home.
This is impressive. Wow. Oh, that is so great.
High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds. A frontier the knights of ISHGARD had scarce begun to explore.
God, in the
To a
music.
fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
some really relaxing music. Sea clouds have the most magical plants. In what way? Look at that. That is fantastical. Wow. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Corthus may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain the strong silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind, we need to find Lady... Oh my god. Lady L. She's in charge of the guests in here. When we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. The way they are designed. Yeah, you can really tell that, like, flying was introduced in this expansion. The design is wider. There's levels to it. It's expansive. Plenty of place to fly around, unlike A Realm Reborn, where it was just kind of all ground-based. There wasn't anything to fly up to, really. There's plenty of ways to get to it from the ground level. It's wonderful what happens when you take the game design of flying and apply it where it wasn't before. And even speculate on how they live out here. Well, let's see. I'm sorry, is that a cat with bat wings? Whoa, you weren't kidding about the plants. Those things are massive. Whoa. The size of these fucking things. Wow, 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 wow. Go away. The Rose House. Yeah, windmills makes a lot more sense than I thought it'd be. Wow. That is just amazing. Oh, the cutscene. Mistress Kawanami, welcome. I'm Sir L. Adehalanet, commander of the forces stationed here at God damn it, at Camp Cloudtop. God, it is Monday, and I cannot read. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother, Francel, would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Oh, so you're Francel's sister. Nice to meet ya. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus have I been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Helone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank you, my brother's savior, in prison, and to call upon her generous and... besides, truly I know not what I have done to deserve the double blessing. Wife nod. It's a pleasure to see you again, Lady L. You cut an elegant figure, as always. Still clad rose, equally at home on the battlefield or in the ballroom. Lord Emerald, if this is not too much asked, I would be grateful if you allow me to finish speaking with Mistress Kawanami. Oh man, this man is getting roasted. Roasted alive up in the clouds. I fell in love with this game because of this expansion. Well, I look forward to experience more of it. It's just the first area in comparison to the ones we've seen, is like imagination was just raised. There is a variety in the climate, the atmosphere, what you can see on the horizon, the detail in the buildings, how everything is structured, how they scout the area, how they did set up this base. It's a step up already, and it's fantastic. Continuing on, Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest, most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of ISHGARD. Bring me a birdman, I'll show him a thing or two. Oh my god. I feel much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Kawanami. She's so tired. She's so tired. An indispensable ally. Lady L knows all too well what must be done to ensure that your time spent in camp... God damn it. Camp... I keep trying to say Cloud Camp Top. What the fuck? Camp Cloud Top is not for nothing. While I understand Count Edmont's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Travanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emerald from shirking his duties. That kid is a simp. Yeah, no shit. I already feel like I'm watching two children now. A request from Elle? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yalms away. Oh boy, here I go choking on air again. Excuse me. My body hates me. Anyway. Oh, never mind. What is it? A mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Roam about and keep an eye out for anything unusual. A mission? Yes, of course. That is why I am here. I shall do as my lady asks. Honorot, we need to talk. Mistress Kawanami, I do not believe I properly introduced myself. My name is Honorot. I serve at the pleasure of Lord Emerald. Lady L would have me accompany Lord Emerald on his mission. I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. I think I've made a mistake by eating 2 Big Macs. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Well, here of another house, mayhaps I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. Seem he actually listens to you at least. More so than others. And we have you who are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. We got new pants! Yeah. I was hungry. Fair enough. Lady L is eager to get to more important business. Now that Emerald is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggle with the Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, the attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from ISHGARD. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Marielle. She could use your assistance. It's been a while since I had McDonald's. Yeah, I don't eat McDonald's often. I have it like maybe 5 times in a year, spaced out 3, maybe, no, 3 to 5 times a year, and that's like huge intervals, like months at a time between when I have it. I think the last time I had it was last December. Mistress Kawanami, I presume? Lady L told me you were coming. I hear tell that you've never faced the Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you are sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. They say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless the Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on the map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill or drive them away. Where are we going? Alright. Come to think of it, I don't have fast food that often at all. I usually cook my meals at home. Come on, Quay. Look around. What are they doing? Okay. You first. Didn't win. Those are definitely owlmen. Now we gotta fight. Forward. Now everything's just itching to fight me, aren't they? I don't think I've ever gotten this aggro in an area for a quest. What's next? Up over there. Oh! And the map isn't immediately explored all the way like it was before. Ah, cool. Gives me a itch for exploration. Who the fuck are you? Oh my god. Oh wait. looks like the head of garlic found a fur coat and decided to wear it. God, you're so fucking weird. Don't even have time to pay attention to the cat with a bat wings. Oh, seriously, what the fuck is alive? You seal yourself for a mighty struggle. You'll find no Vanu lying in wait. Good to know. That is impossible. Alright, let's have a look around. As lizard wives all want to do. More dancing bird people. Okay. We done? Okay. Let's head on back over. Back to slow running. I like how this music is just a remix of the Chocobo theme. God, the design on this place is so varied. And a flying car, of course. Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? God, I punched out some owl people, yo. Huh. Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Helone has blessed us with a mighty ally. Sense of urgency. An undisciplined unit is a unit ripe for destruction, as Marlene knows. Accepting your recent clashes with the Vanu, I cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp and vaunted protector is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even when the Holy Seed... And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even were the Holy Seed to come under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mistress Carbonami, this is where ambition comes to die. If you haven't the aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. by psyching people up. Just no. Hey, Emerald. How about I psych you up with my cute wyvern energies? Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am for the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady L will give me a grand mission as befits my station. Whoops. Well, so much for that. Let's see. Spiky ball around this aggro field. Why'd you piss off? We're having Dodo tonight, folks. With the blessing of the dragon husband on our shoulder again. Okay. Hello, mate. Have some cute wife power. Hey, gods! Where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I will make an effort to be more alert. But really, I failed to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it. Thank you very much. It's about 9:33 a.m. where I am. I'm just an easily yawny person. Is this anything fluffier than a cloud? A wife. A small lizard wife. What is this? Is it the Horde? I had a feeling whatever possessed you to do that. I'm awake. I'm awake. Why not? After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Success. Lizard wife is all powerful. My thanks, Mrs. Kawanami. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon, Lord Emerald said what? I have no doubt that Lady L will do her utmost to oblige him. Hope springs eternal. Sir Marlene fears what might come of Lord Emerald's newfound ambition. If Lord Emerald is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady L will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use in avoiding the inevitable. Sup? Mistress Kawanami. Lord Emerald just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. Understand we have you to thank for this epiphany? Well, there's nothing for it, but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Was it not? Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vorsan-Saran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emerald bring one back to us. You may have to contend with feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention the Vanu scouts ranging from the nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you have doubtlessly grown accustomed. Wake up! Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you have doubtlessly grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck and be safe. Lady L told you to tell me about my mission once again. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she was avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission on the success which the very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests. The procurement of potable water. Go fetch a spring crystal from the floating lakes to the east with me. Finally, it's about time she entrusts me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go. Alright, where the hell are we going now? Oopsie daisy. Giving the cat some interesting aggro sounds. There you guys are. Sup? So this is Vorsan-Saran of legend. A Varnoon sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. Boy, they'd kick your ass. Of this I am certain. And I am a small lizard wife. I am certain of many things. I know. Why don't you and I make this a competition? Whomsoever finds the superior specimen wins. On which I'll judge our entries on size, purity, and say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. What do you think, Honora? I wish he would have at least stayed within my sight. And away we go. Go up. God, this is reminding me of Monster Hunter World. You got your camp, your base area, and then you have upper levels that are just completely different. Crazy. Look at this place. Wow. That is impressive. It even has giant flying pine cones. Look at that. That's just great. Oh, shiny light can. Oh, there's also sparkly over there. So I'm guessing you have a chance of finding it at any of the places. This appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps this is the spring crystal Lady L seeks. First try. Oh. Really, this is fantastic. They've even structured the floating isles to appear like mountains from afar. That is just fantastic. It's like Outland but the entire area was in the Grand. Alright, Honorite. I've got the crystal. Doom. Mrs. Kawanami, have you brought your entry for the contest? Yeah, I have this spring crystal. My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from the air like water from a pump? Fascinating. A series of unfortunate events. Honorot is more than a little concerned for Lord Emerald's well-being. Lord Emerald has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for crystals? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I am worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Mistress Kawanami. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southeastern area of Voisan Saran as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Okie dokie. So I need to head over there. Yep. Yep. Just gotta follow the arrow. I mean, I didn't see him. I was too busy gawking at this beautiful area. Like, holy shit. Dragon husband helps me look. You surveyed the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of Emerald. That way. Nope. I refuse, Cloudworm. I refuse wholeheartedly. Now go away. Oh, cutscene. Look at me. I'm a cute, small lizard wife. Mrs. Kawanami, Lord Emerald. Lord Emerald has been taken by the Vanu. That dumbass. It's like I'm watching Nova Alphino all over again. They had my lord surrounded. A whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. I am on the way. That was a quick cutscene. We got another fight on our hands, lads. Oh, it got nighttime really fast. The Vanu must have taken him to that village. They have to present to the chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady L what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Mistress Carbonami, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Emerald in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. I'll throw him off the aisle, so we'll be fine. Alphinaud can join him. Hello, I'm a small lizard wife, and I'm here to wreck your shit. Come, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Spin away. Gonna have some owl nuggets tonight. Some owl nuggets, if you will. Up we go. Oh, what is this? Spinning. Oh, there's more, huh? I'm gonna fight all the things. I'm a boy. Give you an ass. You're next. I don't trust any stragglers. You're next, buddy. I'm in. Small lizard wife has a present for you. To next. You're not going to eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, huh? Tighter over here. Hey, you can wait. I'm kicking some ass. Netherlings have come to free the prisoners. Spread word like thunder. And cast them into the cloud sea. Oh, it's a fight, is it? I'm having a fight here. You're next, buddy. I'll kick your ass. Damn it. Of course I can. Fine, I'll save him. And I'll push him off of a escape route. And stuff. Buddy, you're stretching? Really? You're in the middle of trouble and you're stretching. Never things slink away like good awful campfires. Rally the warriors. Let none escape. Now it's a fight, is it? Hey, where the fuck you going? Come on, Emerald, let's go. Emerald. Emerald, come on, let's go. Hello. God, you even jog slow. Help has arrived, Tada. What the hell are you, Oshapot? Oshapot, is that you? Thank heavens! Get us out of here! Keep Emerald safe, Tada. We will hold them off. Alright. Who am I holding off? Alright. Oh, there they are. Oh, there's Oshapot. Hi, Oshapot. Hi, Oshapot. Come on. Last stretch, Marion. Or whatever. Emerald. Whatever. That music was bopping too. That was. Did we win? Yeah, we won. It's like we're heading into a cutscene. I can take him.
Reinforcements.
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, royals like blackest storm clouds.
Are you a poet?
Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells and he comes.
Oh no, what the fuck is that? That is a ugly ass whale. I'm gonna have to fight that, aren't I? We're gonna need a bigger boat.
The white, mighty Bismarck, lord of the mists.
Actually, he was a Germanic chancellor.
A flying whale? By the fury, it's a primal. We must away.
But I can totally fight them all. Ah, fine. Oh wow, we're surrounded. Who could have seen that coming?
Damn!
Again, I can totally fight them all. I fought the entire camp. Is that?
Bloody typical.
Oh good, he has...
All right, we're going in.
Aye, Chief.
Oh great, everybody has new voice actors.
All aboard!
Yeah. Come on, Horsefont. Oh wow, some new actions, not just talking and moving hands. So is Sid wearing a coat now? He is. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No. Still on play. It was but blind chance that brought us together this time, in case you were wondering. The Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with the creation of the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before, with an ISHGARDian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought, just as said lordling's manservant skidded into the view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, as they say, is history. Right, well, I had to cut short a reunion, but I am here on business after all. The boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend, we'll speak again soon, I promise. And we'll help you kill that whale at some point during this story. I mean, why else would they be here? A reward long in coming. Lord Emerald appears to be rather pleased with himself. Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very much have died, you know. Me, dead. On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that, oh girl, is no small feat. I have made a historic discovery. In fact, even Lady L will have no choice but acknowledge. Yes, I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? Buddy, I don't think that's how it's gonna go down. God, this guy's so fucking vain. He's about as insufferable as Alphanode. This music's too relaxing. It's putting me to sleep. I mean, it's good music, but also, it's putting me to sleep. And everything's still aggroing on me. Alright, we're back, Lady L. That's what's good about it. Very alarming. I feared for the worst. What happened out there? He done fucked up is what. I was gonna throw him over the bridge, but they won't let me. Horsefont held me back. A primal? Are you sure? Yet, and I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend. A massive creature said to swim in the sea of clouds. From what I have learned of comparable summonings, the president of the Vanu's guard would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Camp Cloudtop. Ah. You mean to say that they have fallen under the Primal's influence? Recall reading such things in the documents provided by Master Alphanod. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady L? A little recognition for the hero of the hour? A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on. Why, yes, you are right, of course. Mistress Kawanami deserves all that and more for having risked her life to rescue such a esteemed personage. Well, if there's naught else to discuss, I would depart for ISHGARD forthwith. Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Mistress Kawanami, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to ISHGARD with Lord Horshaphon, and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then. No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady L. May our next meeting take place under more delicious circumstances. Shirking his duties. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing then. We can speak on the journey home. One second. ISHGARD. Ah, ISHGARD expands. Excuse me one moment. Right. It's about the airship landing, which was by there. Alright. Hello, Horshaphon. What's up? I confess, I have always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that has occurred. Emerald should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? Well, he has recovered, alright. He's already up and jumping about. It's nice and relaxing. The music is nice and calming. Welcome. Show you inside. Yes. Hey. Oh, it's you, Tada. Gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing hero, is it? Hey, Edmont, want to handle that to Alphino? The little shit has done the same and more. Okay, bye. I guess tenacity. Okay, let's go see what that other brother is doing. must be off to the other area we are heading in. Alright, there you are. Greetings, Mistress Kawanami. I've started a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artorial's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say, you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you to quite height, too. Even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So you just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Sure. Yeah, cutscene. Of course there's a cutscene. A lot of cutscenes.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of ISHGARD strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
Get to drink something. What do you get to drink? The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. Redwald. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artorio. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwall. I present you Taida Kawanami, Ward of House Fortin. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drillmont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwall of House Durandere, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mistress Kawanami is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then with your permission, I shall recount the tale of her for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics. Lady ISHGARD and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Listen to the music during the dialogue. can't make out any words she's singing. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is the key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fortin are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. Yeah, I noticed. Is the opening from the trailer, and I didn't understand it then, and still can't make sense of it now. Work in progress. So Redwald would have you assist the craftsmen rebuilding the fortifications of Falcon's Nest. Several craftsmen in service at House Drizzle are contributing to the restoration of Falcon Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but the progress is being hampered by a number of factors. Roth, the foreman, tells me he has need of a woman with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Sure, let me grab this flight path and this etherite. I just realized they have no top on those. Yeah. Okay, where is this guy? There he is. Get back, Ikwai, we have need of you. Yes, I am Roth. And who might you be? I'm a small lizard wife with a giant axe. Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I have the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of the blackbirds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. I fear he'd take me the ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. The icicle sprites, I tell you, mark my words, though. There are pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do the dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to them. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. So we got another fight on our hands, lads. Ah, there's some great flavored gas over there. Come, dragon husband. See the great flavored cloud from here. Candy dram for Mongo. Spin the one, folks. Look at this place, though. It's actually a foundation. It's an actual settlement. It's not just a small little town in the middle of nowhere. Actually feels like an extension of the region it's supposed to represent. Ah, 3-for-1 sale. Nice swing. And spin away. Nice swing. And spin away. And go. What's up? We win. Oop. Alright. Job is done, good sir. Ha! Now there's a woman what looks like she's found her marks. You're just the sort we need around here. Kinda hop to when she sees the task undone. Lizard wife be looking good. Look at the detail on that armor. Holy crap. It's definitely a step up from what we got before. Wow. Chain link underneath too? That is fantastic. And she looks boss in it. Fan-frackin-tastic. First and foremost, could help us hard to find a sad truth that Roth knows too well. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. How'd you know? Not that any skill at arms to speak of mine. It doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself. When there are others out. But a waste to keep you to myself when there's others out what need help. God damn it, what the fuck is with these sentences? Be a waste to keep you to myself when there are others out what need help, same as me. Fucking hell. So if you're keen to keep doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the pike. A bloody huge statue out in the wastes, if you've never been. Mason by the name of Theodore is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Theodore, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Where are you, Theodore? Well, it certainly is kind of a step back from what we saw in the Sea of Clouds. Kind of reminds me of Porthos near Dragonhead, but a lot more cliffs. There is a change in the lay of the land. Still not sure if it's for the better though. Still snow, and more snow. Compared to the Sea of Clouds, this seems kind of par for the course. I mean, so much. Isn't really as impressive as ISHGARD itself either. Well, that statue is pretty neat. Hey man, what do you want? Hello, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth bid you assist me. How far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me the bristles, I would be your debt. Alright. Get to it. Wow, tanky little buggers. you're just gonna headlock. Slowly wind them down. Okay, good. Anybody else want to fight the lizard wife? She'll kick your ass all the way to Mars. Alright, I got the stuff. There you are. Have you the bristles? There you go. Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing soot from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? Spitting image of a Haldreth, first of the Azure Dragons and one of the ISHGARD's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with the dragon fire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer its desecration of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud shining testament to the determination of ISHGARD, a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and conditions harsh, but as a proud ISHGARDian, I could ask for no greater honor. From on high. Before you return to Valken's Nest, Theodore has a favor to ask. Are you for Valken's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Casadori, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. In the road while you were away, she came through on patrol. I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. We are going over yonder. Then again, maybe I haven't the appreciation for this area yet, because the weather is like blinding anything but a few feet in front of me. So I can't see the entire scope as I did the Sea of Clouds. Don't rightly appreciate it yet. Yet being the term. Oh, Steinbach. Alright. There you are. Oh. What are you doing over there, man? What is it? A package? I'm in the foggiest. What you talking about? There you go. Confound it. That fool of a... what a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Theodore labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A high-born knight cannot be seen favoring a low-born mason in such a manner. But nevertheless, I appreciate your concerns as well as your willingness to assist, Theodore. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald. Okay. At the Falcon's Nest we go. Where we'll stop, nobody knows. Look up that thing really quick. Beneath the gates and stars, veils deep and forests dark, betrayed by loyal hands, harassed spirits, bound fast unto our faith, one path, one burden great, yet even do our aching souls point heavensward. Ever ringing out a song, yes, ever do our aching souls march heavensward. As they've done for so long, to the trespass we are witness, here to pass this final sentence. No forgiveness or deliverance, only justice, only vengeance. Wills unbending, faith unending, stones defending, now our still shall sing. Guide us, O mighty fury, guide us to victory. Ah, nice. So that's what the woman's saying. Surprised this has lyrics now. I'm used to just you know, standard Final Fantasy theme. I must applaud your initiative, Mistress Kawanami. Roll tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Ortoriel as well. The Carnassus lost. In times such as these, so Renwald is glad to have veterans like you, to whom he can turn. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation, veteran through and through, just as Lord Drillmont said. Good. We have lost contact with a reconnaissance party sent north through Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. That's also a positive, ISHGARD. Nothing is, like, overtly named. I mean, you had Uldar, and Thanalan, and Gridania, and the Northern Shroud, and the 12, and the Void Set, and the Travanians, and the ISHGARD, yada yada yada. It's just terminology after terminology after terminology. Here it's like, this is ISHGARD, okay? It's the foundation. There's the Forgotten Night. There is the Sea of Clouds. What is the Sea of Clouds? It's a sea of clouds up in the sky. What's the camp name? It's Camp Cloudtop. Okay, here's Falcon's Nest. Where's Falcon's Nest? It's in the Corthus Western Highlands. Alright, where did the scouting party get missed? Oh, it went missing at Riversmeet. What's Riversmeet? Probably where the rivers meet. It's very straightforward. There isn't a lot of terminology. It isn't named something fantastical. It's just, it is what it is. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not, but regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Ortoriel will be working together. Seek him out when you are ready to depart. Good luck. Oh god, he's right there. It seems we have been assigned to the area near Camp Riversmeet, Mistress Kawanami. As you are unaware, the camp was one of many of our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Corthus Western Highlands. Under the many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity, it would not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but only one way to find out, though. Let's be off. Ooh, somber and soft music again. I might just fall asleep while playing once more. Such a relaxing soundtrack. I'm with you on this. What? What are you with me on? Falling asleep while listening to the soundtrack? It's just that calming. Is everything gonna aggro me over here? Come get a licking. I'm gonna have some venison today. Nice looking meat. As you might notice, this melody is also the opening to the piano. So, rather than just have it being unique pieces, they're actually incorporating the motif, the theme of the expansion through most of the music, and that calming. There below us, Cap. Wow, that place is fucked up. Welcome, beans. What the fuck? To the Belfort. We are playing Final Fantasy XIV and have entered the quote-unquote critically acclaimed expansion Heavensward. On our small lizard wife with a giant axe. Kick back and relax and enjoy me being exasperated. There below us, Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beast below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the river's bed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. I'm sorry, is that a motherfucking dragon skeleton? That's goddamn metal. Where'd he go? Where the hell am I? Hello there. The reconnaissance party came this way. I see no signs of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, and that they took an alternative route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Press on we shall. Is there a large delay in the broadcast, by the way? Let's see how long our delay is. Just tell me when you hear me start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I have a 14-second delay. Good to know. Might be something on Twitch's side. You will need to do all the blue quests later on to learn flying. Thanks for the tip. So there's a 14-second delay. Just to remind myself, 14-second delay. Okay. Oh, great. We got a tussle. Send the wind. So much, you can. Alright, good to know. Well, excuse any delayed reactions then to anything you say or anybody coming in. Apparently 14 delay reactions. Just gonna have to live with that. Smallest wife has arrived. God, I look good in that armor. Are you alright? I heard the sounds of a struggle. I kicked some ass. Thank the Fury, I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved. Just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Mistress Kawanami. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Naught but white all around, till we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others, it was shouting and screaming. But after a while, I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. The heretics tracked you here. Aye, my lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of the passing. For my brothers, we must. Have faith, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must see you to safety. Ah, the plot thickens. The plot goes from Lalafell to Roganin. It thickens. Alright, what's up? At the end of our hope, Lord Artoriel seems loath to forego any opportunity to locate the heretic's hiding place. He has the right of it, Mistress Kawanami. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone with the next snowfall, but we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Fall back to the layout forthwith. Be sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize this plan may place you in considerable danger. I'm used to it, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind Antada. Thank you. Oh my god. My body really does hate me today. Okay, where are we headed? We are headed up northward. God, I need to just start playing this OST instead of my usual chill hop stuff when I open the stream. It'll put everybody in a good mood. Fresh footprints. Oh, we got a tussle. We're going in, lads. Prepare your pillows for the tail. Following footprints, off we go. There's the trailer song again. Something important must be coming up. Tracks continue to the north. Sorry. Tracks continue to the north. Kinda sound like playing the Bastion. Ready to go. Feels strong. Kid popped him good. Thought I got a piece of him though. You know, I like this setup. It's like there's a voice on the wind as we travel through this snowland. It makes it feel kind of epic, like we're in Lord of the Rings, and we just hear the song of the elves on the wind, in the middle of this snowy blizzard. But that could just be me. We got a tussle. Come get a licking. spineless heretic. Good for Emerald to join us. I jest, of course. Hey! Where the fuck you going? Get back here. Get back here. Small lizard wide, I'll kick your ass. Looks very well in the blizzard. Follow the fleeing heretic. Okay. Yeah, it really does. Looks for the story. Looks like we're gonna have some ads. Just gonna ignore them and keep on this guy's ass, literally. Great. Oh, wonder if that's where they're hiding. Only one way to find out. There's a wife and heretic. Run through the snow. 2 by 2. Off we go. Hut, 2, 3, 4. Hut, 2, 3, 4. Looks like this is the place. Buongiorno! Killed heretics before and I'll kill them again. Alright, find this dude who let us get. The next. There's a life victory! Mission complete. Looks like it's trying to go into a cutscene. Trying being the operative word here. Oh, it's you again. Come get a lickin'.
Looking for me, I presume.
Oh, you sound better. Well, not you in particular, just heretics. Oh, look, it's the guy who's gonna call me a bitch.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
Wow, you sound like you've been smoking, Big God Summer. You alright?
No, it cannot be.
It is? I don't know what the fuck.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou.
Like, you told me to go see him. Why are you surprised he's here?
In gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo.
Mm-hmm. I want her hair.
Visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came.
Oof.
The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for ISHGARD.
Are we just getting her
We came to the
backstory?
wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. and then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Heavensward.
Gesundheit.
And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes.
Boy, you're getting intense there, lady.
I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people. To bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Doubt. I'm a smart lizard wife. Killing civilians won't bring them together. What of the innocents who died when you attacked the Foundation?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior. Just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken, and peace restored.
Interesting.
We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Seems really random to get this person's backstory, but it's also interesting to see how she changed after letting the attack happen. So, you know, that's kind of neat. She isn't as self-assured or haughty. She's very much aware of what she's done and is trying to make amends. So that's better than some of the villains we've come into contact with. Hello. Mistress Kawanami. Price Alone, you arrive. We came as swiftly as we could, but see, we are too late. So, Lady ISHGARD was here, and then we talked to the dragon, and I'm a small lizard wife. So, they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. It's a pity Lady ISHGARD escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishments. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. So, both brothers were completely useless in the task, more or less. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy, tenacious devils. We just hit level 54. Knights be not proud. Lord Toriel would rather not linger without cause. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come, after tracking heretics across mountains of ice and snow, let's say you are due a few hours rest next to a warm fire. Let's go to Falcon's Nest. After not getting any levels and doing like 80 quests in the epilogue of A Realm Reborn, it's super weird to get XP and levels again. Lord Ortrell and Mistress Kawanami, full glad am I to see you both hale and healthy. What news? Shit be going downhill, and you still haven't paid me in my bed. You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own, slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides towards purging these lands of heretics. I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Arturiel. May it serve to remind our superiors what House Duradare and Forton could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We are most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mistress Kawanami have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray, return to ISHGARD with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Reynold. We thank you for your hospitality. Nice. Let us return to ISHGARD then. Speak to Arturiel at 410th Manor. Forton. Sorry. Gotta give that little emphasis. Now, this ISHGARDian theme is gonna warm up to me really quick. It's grandiose and bombastic without being overtly loud like the Uldar theme. It's got that nice range about it, like the Limson thing. It's hitting that note just right to my ear's pleasure. Bum 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 bum. Mistress Kawanami, I would speak plain. The first I question your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread. Quite frankly, those surrounding you beg a relief. The Lord Horshafont swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he has duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he's never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him. And to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the Wounded Knight, I knew immediately that one of us would not have to pursue the heretics alone. An onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, savior of Eorzea, an honored guest of the House Forton. My new comrade in arms, Horshafont's dear friend. I told myself it would be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet, you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced them alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Hoshafont had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks my own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Mistress Kawanami. On that you have my word. Finally, some goddamn recognition. Now, where's my fucking bed? Where you going? Where's my bed? God damn it. Okay, I guess we have more to do before I get my bed. Okay, now what? Divine intervention. The Forton. Stewart looks as though he has something to say. Mistress Kawanami, my lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Otoriel and Lord Emerald, if you would remain here for a moment. I would. And another cutscene. Very cutscene heavy this expansion. I want your cane, good sir.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emanalane's life. Aye, he told me everything.
Is that how you pronounce his name? Manolane.
I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
You're welcome.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings.
Get on with it, man.
Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
Bah, boy, that escalated quickly.
Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Grinno sounds like a cheese.
Sir Grinno is a brute. Exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail.
Oh, so the D is silent.
How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Am I gonna have to stab a motherfucker? Oh, you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen. There are those who will still never be slayed, men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one much member of the House Zamail is manipulating Sir Gano, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I'm quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak to Sir Aymeric at the congregation of our own Knights Most Heavenly. God, that is a fucking title. He will know more of these charges. Alright, let's go visit Aymeric. Haven't seen him since, well, since the banquet. See that bombastic roll of the drums into the horns that is just right. Hey, hey, hey. It has been far too long, Tida. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You come to plead for Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru, I take it. I respond, there's a wife. Word of your detriment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges or the flying feathered whale. Well, it was feathered. But Sir Grano's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a Knight of the Heavensward. They speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of ISHGARD, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice to say, the testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After this, all the signs have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us defend the steps of faith and driving back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there not we can do? I feel there is only one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. Oh, whose ass am I kicking? But of course. In a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under ISHGARDian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphinaud and Mistress Tataru would be expected to face Sir Granick, and the second of his chosen, another knight of the Heavensward, most like. Two of them, by the fury that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphinaud's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill. I don't know, she can juggle pretty handily. She should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Horsefront. But by all present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, perhaps in the realm at large. I'll kick their ass. I'll kick anyone's ass. I'll kick my own ass. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphinaud at once and inform him of our intentions. Taida, meet me by the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. God, this music is so banging. The music is top-notch as always. It's even more so in this expansion, like fan-fucking-tastic. He said the tribunal? Let's be off to the tribunal. Listen carefully, Taida. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. And in accordance with law, they will ask to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Abjugator acknowledges Mistress Tataru's right to name champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Granick's face when he sees his opponent. It will be priceless. Damn, Horsefront, you're really relishing this. Most seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look for me in the stands and I shall cheer loud. You will wonder how you ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Damn, Horsefront, you're just a wingman, aren't you? What the hell happened to the guy who was snarky back at Dragonhead?
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of two souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grino, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I keep mispronouncing his name.
I, Sir Grino de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward, did bear witness to these two foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alphinaud Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grino's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alphinaud Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Sup, bitches? I'm a small lizard wife with a big axe. I'm gonna kick their ass.
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the ISHGARDian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Okay, but I'm throwing you into the nearest spike wall for the shit you pulled in Thanalan. So fucking dramatic. Oh, that's what that gaping hole in the floor is for.
Render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous and cast down the wicked.
That height difference, though. Oh, good. He has one, too. Come get a licking. Oi, you leave Alpha alone. Only I'm allowed to kick his ass.
I have my pride.
No, you don't. Hello. That's new.
I've got you now.
It's over.
Enough? Cannot stand against the lizard wife and her mighty axe. Back. Down goes Solo. Anybody else? I mean, we won. The Fury has spoken. Alphador Louvier, Linguini, and Tataru Taru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are those who receive her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners accused, go forth in peace. Yay, Lizard Wife wins. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again. My thanks as always. You owe me so fucking much, Alphino. I will now impale you on these fences. Well, that was a fun little thing. By the Fury, what a splendid victory. I see how you strove to face the adversary. Two brave young souls bound together by the prescient bonds of camaraderie. I wouldn't go that far. I was fighting more for Tataru than I was for Alphino. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. Pray, receive of me this chocobo whistle. Thanks. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fight. Oh, really? Ah, look at that. She's a beaut. Ah, chocobos are the best. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Tida? Will you have her for your steed? But of course. Lord Horsefant, chocobos are prohibited in the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitorial Doctrine. Holy fucking shit, what is with these titles? Your steed must remain outside. God. All these titles are very much tongue twisters. Black chocobo whistle and an ether compass. The current's now accessible. You have obtained a black chocobo. When riding this mount, you have the ability to fly, provided certain conditions have been met. To fly in any given region, you must first find and attune to all local aetherite currents. In order to attune to some ether currents, you will need to complete certain quests. However, most can be discovered via exploration. To aid you in this endeavor, you have also obtained an ether compass, which will provide you with both the bearing and the distance to the nearest ether current upon use. Should you lose this compass, you may speak to Gilbrut of the Forgotten Knight to obtain another one. To review your progress, select Travel from your main menu, followed by ether currents. Nice. Disclosure. Lord Horsefant thinks you could do with a well-deserved rest. Black chocobos are well and good, but a true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Forton Matter. The Count has done so already, and will doubtlessly be eager to discuss the day's events. Alright, let's head back to the manor. Such good, relaxing music. Welcome, Mistress Kawanami. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yeah. That guy's dialogue never changes, so I'm just gonna skip it from now on. Helone smiles upon us yet again. Mistress Kawanami, guiding you to victory and settling your comrades free. I confess, I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Bested to the Heavensward while the city elite looked on. By the fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. Great. More attention that I don't need. My lord! What now? We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Mistress Kawanami. Invitation for the Archbishop? What an honor. We've been here for like 2 seconds and already we're being elevated through society from exile. A personal summons is indeed a great honor. Given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Mistress Kawanami. We shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him and he will escort you inside. Quickly going back up in the world, apparently. We don't stay in exile long, do we? Vault is up over there, right? Yeah. Run, 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 run. honored to receive you, Mistress Kabanami. This way, please. Cutscene. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Small lizard wife has arrived.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
Hello there. Oh, it's you. Guy.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise.
God, look at the build on that man.
I am Thordan VII, Archbishop of the ISHGARDian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress.
The fuck's up with his eyebrows?
Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve ISHGARD, but one which should never have occurred.
We have invested ourselves.
For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
We have investigated ourselves
Your
and find
Eminence,
no wrongdoing.
As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
See, they're messing around with camera movement now. A little more than usual.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians?
I'll kick their ass. And
Much and more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them. Have entertained them as guests, even.
oh my god.
Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
How to put this? Let's talk about language in set dressing, and then the actions of subordinates. Archbishop speaks of peace, and yet even when talking to the Warrior of Light, the camera is very deliberate to show that he's upon this platform, upon this throne, looking down on us as he speaks of the troubles of his realms. Which speaks to me that his place of power is ripe for abuse and not one he would easily let go, even if we were to stop this Giovannian threat and find our friends and defeat the Ascians. If anything, the actions of his subordinates in the Heavensward show that he's ready to abuse the power, because his subordinates are more than ready to abuse their power in anything that might threaten them, including the signs of the Seventh Dawn. By paying lip service and yet telling us about it, it feels like he's trying to play both sides and try and win that way. But that's just my observation. It feels like he's going to be trouble after we have dealt with any Ascian and Giovannian threat that we have to in this expansion, because Giovannian threat is the big thing that's been surrounding ISHGARD since we first met them in the Central Highlands when we were looking for Sid's airship. And it continued to be a plot thread through the Realm Reborn epilogue. So this feels like we are going to somehow figure out what's going on with the heretics and Giovannians, figure out, as ISHGARD did, the past that begun this war, and that might lead to the downfall of ISHGARD's Orthodox Church. And since the Heavensward and the Archbishop clearly are not on the up and up, that's going to put us in conflict with them directly. So they're going to pull some shit, and then we're going to have to go after them and probably fight all of ISHGARD to do so. So that's what I'm thinking this first little inkling of what's going to happen is going to actively happen. That Elidibus and La Habrea was seen with him in the middle of the epilogue does not bode well for us here. So I have a feeling we're going to keep running into Ascians. We're going to try and solve the Giovannian thing. And then once both of those are dealt with, we're going to have to deal with the church itself. And still being exiled from Ul'dah, that's going to put us in quite a pickle, because where the hell do we go if we make an enemy of ISHGARD and still have enemies in Ul'dah, and the Crystal Braves are still out and about looking for us. So, you know, problems ahead. Problems ahead. Speak to Alphanor in Fortan Manor. Welcome, Mrs. Oh, he always says that, don't I? Alphanor, you dumbass. How you doing?
There you are. I confess I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you?
Shit is going down, yo.
Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced.
They're no fault of your own.
By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to ISHGARD as well.
Yep.
We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you.
It's alright, Tataru. I can never be mad at you.
When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate.
Of course he is.
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orchiphon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
Sure. Are you asking me a question, or you just... This feels like a good place to stop. We've met ISHGARD proper, we've learned of its going-ons, we've seen a couple lands around it, and now it feels like we're boomeranging back to Eorzean stuff rather than ISHGARD. So this seems like a good place to start. But before I do that, before we stop, let's see. Dark Knight. 14. Dark Knight requires no base class and begins at level 30, unlocked after completing RN offered by an ISHGARDian citizen at the Pillars. So, sign. Dark Spectacle. Okay. According to this, we head over there, unlock a Dark Knight. After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. What are you going on, mate? So you didn't see that trial earlier? Ah, your loss. It would take me the way that heretic swung the slab of his iron he called a sword. It was a sight to behold. Couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to. Blade was so big. Had to keep two hands on it at all times. I was amazed that he managed to keep up with the Temple Knights as long as he did. Fought like a demon from the deepest pits of the seventh hell, bellowing threats and working his arts. Sure what to make of it at first, and then I heard someone say that he must be a Dark Knight. But you didn't hear it from me, eh? In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Press the man for details? Yeah. Where do I get this big-ass sword? Ye gods, are you mad? I'm standing outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep it quiet. Listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. RN. The people of ISHGARD are in high spirits, for another heretic has answered for his crimes. As I was saying, the heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of stopping. Though there was no mistaking the blood. As though as the fight wore on, began to soak into his armor, spreading to every elm of his body. But when it began to rise and envelop him in mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. The righteous are not so easily cowed. He'll only be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when a temple knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those? Well, matters not. The temple knight's talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. The sunrise will be stripped bare, tossed over the walls. It will be as though he never was, and though we never had this conversation. The broom. Up there. Cutscene. That's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. And perhaps sooner rather than later. Come on. Is this it? Is that all that awaits? No. No more. Enough. Open your eyes. Look, do you see now? Do you see? Tida. Tida. I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You're right. You're moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Name's Frey, by the way. No, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing a temple knight drunk on authority of that, eh? Shame the pompous arse got the better of me. How about you? You touched it, yes? Gonna have felt good. I want a giant bed. A voice, eh? Rather distressing one besides. Please, someone, help me one. Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you. What's growing within you before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. The crystal changes you. Gives you the power to channel it. Do it without proper training, however. And, well, it might hurt. So go on ahead. Ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights. And I will. I know you're still worried about the screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care on wit for prestige or pedigree. We are free to follow our hearts to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, authority of a name, are the tools cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields figuratively or literally. Here, my blade is your blade. My soul crystal is your crystal. Go on, take them. You'll need them soon enough. Dark Knight unlocked. Armory bonus. You have changed to a new battle class to lessen the burden of leveling multiple disciplines of war and magic classes. Experience point bonus known as Armory bonus is added when you slaying enemies, participating in fates. The bonus grows longer the greater the discrepancy between your current level and the level of your highest class. Use this to your advantage when deciding when and how to raise your secondary class. A gauge. This symbol indicates the defensive stance. Grit is in effect, which increases enmity. You can view the job gauge description at any time. Actions and traits menu. My entire thing is messed up once again. Alright, let's arrange it. Alright, what are we working for? Blood Slash delivers an attack with the 200 potency. Siphon, combat from Hard Slash, Unleash to all nearby enemies. Good. So that's a defensive stance. Men. That is a Tomahawk. This is a combo. That is our Overwhelm. Unexpected damage to all enemies. Straight line before you. Dark Side increasing damage by 10%. It's like our Berserk, right? Blood Weapon restores NP upon landing weapon skills or spell effects. Does not stack when hitting multiple enemies with a single target attack. Shadow Wall reduces damage taken. So that'll be all vengeance. Edge of Darkness. What did it use? That's just seeing that. I don't think we encounter magic vulnerability much, do we? Living Dead. When HP is reduced to 0 while under the effect of Living Dead, instead of becoming KO, your status will change to Walking Dead. 10 seconds duration. While under the effects of Walking Dead, most attacks will not lower your HP below 1. If before the Waking Dead timer runs out, HP is not 100% restored, the effect will fade. If 100% is not restored, you will be KO. So that's like a home of that gap. Earth, crate, patch. Let's just target. There's an attack with 600. All nearby enemies. barrier around target to absorb damage. 25%. That's compass with unleash. Take this. Food on the bar. Mount. Alright, we got a new mount here. Dark Steed for a Dark Knight. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we have unlocked Dark Knight. So... yeah. It's really good. Sorry for leaving. Had some stuff to do. That's alright. I'm going to sleep now. Alright. Have a good sleep, KO2. But, ladies and welcome now, you said. But, I'm going to be ending the stream. We've been introduced to ISHGARD. And now it feels like we're heading back to Eorzea. So let's go ahead and call the stream for now. And we'll pick it up tomorrow. Now we have unlocked Dark Knight. So I'm probably going to level the rest of the day with. To get us back up to 54. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Thank you again to Hosio0312, Judge Judy Slayer, Mossy Book, and Beans. What the fuck? For the follow. I will see you tomorrow for more Heavensward. Have a good day, one and all, and have a good sleep. Sounds good. Have a good day grinding. Yeah, ain't that the case. Anyway, take care all. Have a good day, and thank you for visiting the Belfort. Bye-bye.